Tiny. I don't know. I feel like the Abaddon's not going to have a good time amid. I feel like the Darkseer could do something a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. I think this is what we've seen so far though from OG's lanes, especially with Sax. Oh, that's going to be a kill onto Pylai. Meanwhile, Luna down to the bottom lane getting run down. It's going to be the both of them killed off. That level 3 on Seb.
Next time they do that, they might just get punished, and Pylai going to get a nice D-ward. His ward actually spots him out. Earth Spirit coming bottom. There's going to be an engagement here.
Yeah, let's see what they can make happen. The roll forward. It's actually landing onto the both of them there. Seb and Sax are both taking a bit of damage. Is it going to be enough though? The wall comes down and now the Eclipse being pumped by Ace. He can't finish it off here. Finally drops it down but dies just as quickly. Both heroes are dead. It took them way too long to get off that Eclipse.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Is Jakiro on my team? And then he just like, okay, I guess I'm just dead here. Finally. After the slow.
And they want to put some pressure on this tower now. Let's see, Seb running into Jibe. Jibe's going to be the next target on the list right now. I mean, wow, there's just a lot of damage coming out from that team currently. Meanwhile, Ace starting up this fight. Maybe they can make something happen here. Maybe Misery rolling in the back lines. Ace, he's got a decent amount of damage rolling through the Moonglaves, and it looks like Sox is going to lose his life along with Seb. No-Tail all by himself doesn't have the borrowed time. He's going to die as well. 3 heroes finally caught out for overextending and finished off by the side of 5 men. That was just not respecting the respawn times, I think. Runs himself out. They know what this buyback was about, and they just want to get themselves out, and that's exactly what they do. Or will they? As Chessie comes back in, the toss back onto No-Tail. He does have the borrowed time in 1 second. Can he get it up in time? Oh my god, he gets it. He just about bloody gets it. No-Tail survives for now, but the tower might be the target here as they're actually going in behind the tower, because that's how you take it. The Avatos onto mid one. Mid one can't get the time walk off in time. He's gone. Now mid one, well, comes towards Misery. Misery's actually going to go into a tower and a miscall. Meanwhile, Sox being bounced around with these glaives. They're using the golem to tank the tower, so they can do whatever they want. But now Seb TV's back in. They're not done with this. Seb's sitting behind Pylai. Look how slow they are by the upheaval though, but that now runs out, and Pylai's time on this earth is rapidly coming to an end. He's going to go join that golem of his in hell as they get that kill. 55 seconds now dead for Pylai after that dieback.
Removing those decrepifies, the Warlock's Fatal Bonds. This Warlock isn't even skilling Fatal Bonds. He just went for the level up on upheaval and his Shadow Ward instead. Oh, yeah. Big engagement.
Fast forward, and now they jump forward. Misery, well, he's rolling off to the back lines here. Should be okay for the time being. They're looking for Chessie. They're looking for the big target. They still have this Chrono Sphere. Do drop it down, but just as he gets decrepified, so he's going to sit there and stare at Chessie. Now he comes out of it. The real damage starts to come in. Zibe trying to keep him alive with the life drain, healing up Chessie, and this time he's successful in doing so. But meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, they've lost the Saxa. When Chessie comes in, onto Sox. Sox goes down. They'll look to go for more here, maybe. Maybe not, actually. OG have already lost 2. And it looks like 5 men are a little bit hesitant on chasing for anything more than this, so they will just call it quits.
No-Tail has boots of travels
next. Yeah, he's got Lotus Orb BOTs. Normal stuff. And Sax is going to come in onto Jibe here. Misery is going to make the roll, and the 4-staff away to Jibe, keeping him out of danger, and Sax is actually the one losing his life here. Chessie will take him down with his double damage rune. He's nothing to be messed with. No-Tail though, he's sticking around, and Seb's going to join this party. Mid one's joining him as well. They're looking for the target. Meanwhile, the Chaotic Covering comes on down here, but it's not going to save Misery's life. He's still going to die to mid one, and mid one moving across towards the Tiny here instead. Chessie in the trees just getting annihilated by No-Tail and mid one. They get another hero brought on down here. The Chaotic Offering doesn't do a single thing. And meanwhile, Ace continues to farm, desperately looking for the big hugely costly defense from the side of 5 men. No means worth it here. The Luna buyback was used, Jibe's buyback was used, and all they get is Sox.
Oh, Jibe, you can't die here, buddy. No. You have no buyback.
Oh, nice. Sweet little Jibe.
The overclock.
That's a trade they'll probably take. Now the Tiny's TPing himself back. Luna, she just wants to pop this Manta to get this top lane pushed out before she TPs, but no, she's actually realizing the fight's breaking out already, and Pylai is already dead. He does have a buyback with the Golem available, but meanwhile, Tiny, he is actually having a bit of a kerfuffle with the Void. He's going to toss him over to Luna. Luna's like, what the hell? I don't want that. He gets brought down by the 2 of them. They need to kill off this Lunar illusion, I think, but they're just kind of letting OG do what they want at this point. All right. Let's see if they've got another fight left in them, 5 men, but all this time, look at this Lunar Illusion just doing so much damage to their barracks. Ace finally realizes that we need to bring this guy down, and meanwhile the tree body landing onto 3, and with the Chaotic Offering as well, they're able to take down 1. Sox has lost his life, but Ace is in some trouble. He has got that Aegis, remember, with the 4-staff away. He's going to keep alive a little bit longer. Chessie, he could be in some trouble, has to pop the cheese. Meanwhile, Sax is on top of him. Cheese isn't going to do him much. He's still going to lose that, and 3-man Chrono from mid one as well, and the Chrono brings in the Lunar as well. Ace, she's in trouble. He does manage to get off the Glimmer Cape just before he dies. Misery with the kick away with the roll up, but no interrupted by Sax, and now Misery into the hands of No-Tail. No-Tail, can he finish the job? Meanwhile, mid Mid1 actually finds a Luna. Both the Misery and the Luna's Aegis will fall, and with just a Luna and a Warlock, it's not going to happen for 5 men in this game, number 1, I don't think, as Ace is getting cooked up good and proper, and the GGs are dropped. It's going to be game number 1, going to OG. I mean, it wasn't clean, it was messy, but that's how they do it. It was clean by their standards as they take down 5 men. They switch it on, and they could not really be a thing until you've got BKB, just because you've got Bloodseeker and Drow and Void. Not too sure. You got top Sox playing around with Misery here, taking a bit of damage though. Jibe does have the blood right. I could use it on Sox here, but I'm not sure if we get him. He's holding back. Doesn't want to waste it. Wants to save it to secure creeps instead. It's always what you want to do when you're playing Bloodseeker in lane. Just use the blood right on the creeps and also use it to harass the jug. But meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, they actually bring down Light Die.
Oh, wow. Yep, that's God's rebuke.
Much more than that. Might pop the spin hit. Yeah, just grab himself some creeps, get himself some harassment down.
He's getting owned top as well on this Juggernaut. This was the concern. It's really big Bloodseeker lane.
Lanes are a pretty hideous condition for OG currently.
Oh, if he actually got the lift on the Jakiro and threw him into the Blood Right, I think that could have been a potential kill on Sox there. Because Mid1 didn't have Blade Fury to assist.
Ace dead in the bottom lane though to Seb and Saxa. Misery has returned to the bottom lane with that Fadebot planning to try and defend this one. And actually Chassis jumping in, but no hard commitment from him really as they actually drop down the Midnight Pulse here. The spear back to throw back the Void Spirit. He's struggling to really get much of an engagement. He's got to back himself away, but meanwhile Sox takes some heavy damage. Ace might be able to finish the job, but Zakira can do exactly that. Ouch indeed. Ace does do damage when he gets the chance.
Oh,
meanwhile Seb getting jumped on by Chassis, but unfortunately the Remnant will miss, and that will save his life.
Its days are numbered, so just trying to slow it down.
Oh, look at the scouting, but Sox just ripped his own way through the trees onto Misery now, and that reveals him. And the spear actually finished him off nicely done from Saxa. Meanwhile, Ace joins this engagement. I'm not too sure about this. Let's see how it works out for them as the Ice Path comes through. They've got the arena as well onto Ace, and Mid1 joining in this one as well. He's got the Omni Slash to bring down the Drow, and there is nothing she can do but die. Meanwhile, Light Die on the run from No-Tail here as No-Tail throws back the Void Spirit. Void Spirit decided to get down to the river instead of continuing to take this engagement. Minute mark. If that continues, that's going to be a big improvement.
There's a smoke now from both teams. Yeah. Misery,
He can't steal anything here, actually. He's just going to get pinned to the wall and torn apart by OG, thrown to the wolves. No chance of survival. Ace, meanwhile, he's actually been slowed by a ghost here. He's going to be okay, though. They see Chessie. They've got the sentry down.
Seb also opting for a minus this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. This game's going to go pretty long, so might as well get your items. No-Tail,
meanwhile, yeah, he's wrapped it up here, just trying to waddle himself away from the Drow, but look at the multi-shot, that's doing a lot of work, and now, well, Chessie takes down Saxa, No-Tail gonna lose his life as well. 2 quick kills, the roll away was not the play, No-Tail goes down. Meanwhile, Chessie more than happy to walk up this high ground, purging off the dual breath. Jibe with the blocks, just bringing him into range of that Remnant, and gonna lose their dragon as well.
Rip Sox.
The mid-game impact from him just yet. Had a really good laning phase, but has kind of struggled since. And now the arena comes down, holding back the Oracle. This is the game of the game right now, but meanwhile, look at these heroes just getting melted to the front line. Sox and No-Tail lose their lives instantly. The Omni Slash coming through onto Light Die, pops the ultimate onto himself, meaning, well, it might kill him eventually. Meanwhile, Ace, he's on the high ground. No-Tail respawns, TPs into the outpost and gets on top of the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is going to drop. That's a big kill. And they're looking across to Chessie as well. Chessie still has a ton of spells at his disposal, though, so I don't think they're going to be able to bring him down anytime soon. And they still want to take control of this Roche Pit. Meanwhile, here comes the Eels, in comes a Remnant. Nice combination from 5 men. Is that enough to bring down No-Tail, though it is the spear?
Oh, the Black
Misery just about catches him. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, in comes Jibe. Mid1 trying to spin him down here, but the magic immunity from Light Die from the high ground is stopping Jibe from taking any damage from this. Chessie pretty low, but they're still trying to play around this. 5 men going for a crazy fight here. They could have backed out, but they keep it on going. Trying to see if they can get an opportunity onto Mid1 here. The Purge is going to catch him at the high ground. Chessie's still trying to chase. They'll get the vision with the blood right. Up onto the high ground, they chop through the dragon, but Chessie is taking a step too far, or has he? The Dissimulate comes down to the low ground. He's going to get healed up. Saxa's now back, looking for an entrance into this fight, but I think it might be over at last. 5 men lose no one and get themselves, well, a couple of extra kills off the back of that. You're kind of left with a hero which isn't tanky and needs to be in the front lines, which is always a bad combination. I still think the arena is just supposed to be the drow counter in a way to stop her getting off her damage in these team fights, but that might not be the case as they drop down the arena trying to get down Jibbe here. Bloodseeker's going to be the target. Mid1's just trying to cut through him. Meanwhile, Sock's already dead in the backlines to Chessie, and they've just done nothing to Jibbe at this point. Mid1 has completely failed to do anything. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, Void Spirit being targeted down. Chessie has to get himself away, use it to simulate to get himself back from this team fight. OG all as ready as 5 men as the ultimate gets dropped from Highlight Die onto himself. False Promise used defensively, and meanwhile, Drow, he's getting kicked away by No-Tail. Actually, as a front here, there comes a Black Hole, just about catches Jibbe, and finally, maybe one more right click will be needed. The stolen Black Hole onto Mars instead, and they get Mid1 with it as well. Misery does it big. He gets down to Yukiro still in the backlines here, and well, he's just going to take him down with 2 lonesome arrows and a beautiful remnant as well. Post forward from Chessie. Seb's going to go down as well. That's going to be 4 heroes down on the side of OG. Sock's dead twice as well. Goodness gracious, what a perfect team fight from 5 men. All they lose is their Bloodseeker, and it cost them so much to get that 1 hero dead as well.
Amount to come back off of it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That is exactly what they need. Unfortunately,
Chessie.
There's too much pressure coming out for them to really organize their thoughts right now. As Chessie, well, he does get stunned for just a second.
Got the ice
Not a
pad.
shot, very off the mark. Oh no. Meanwhile, Rupture is down onto Seb, and there's an Arena coming out. Well, that's not going to do a whole lot as the Ice Path holds them back. Arena misses onto all. Meanwhile, No-Tail once again caught out by everybody. He way too far forward, caught out of position. And it just feels like they're running around in circles for the moment. OG allowing 5 men to throw spells at them. The buyback from No-Tail might force might force 5 men back. Let's see. Sox still searching. Misery with a better ice path and follow it up with a multi-shot as well. Oh my goodness, Gyokuro might just lose his life here. Chessie jumps in, sees an opportunity, and will finish off the Gyokuro. Meanwhile, No-Tail, just about gets himself away with that roll. Survives it. Chessie, he's in. The spear somehow connects and allows Mid1 to start just chunking away at the guy, but he's got himself that Yules to make himself more elusive. Meanwhile, Ace from the high ground, he's got the perfect position just to start wailing on these heroes. They can't really fight them when they have control of this area of the map, and look at Mid1 just having to run himself away. The heals coming out from OG will keep him peachy for the time being. Do indeed have that ward on the high ground, but they don't care on the side of 5 men. They don't care in the slightest as they look forward onto Enigma. Now he's going to be the target. Science comes through as well. There's no spells going to be used from Enigma. He's got himself a 1. That's going to be just about it. Well, Ace, he just continues to be in this amazing position, but the Ice Path onto 3. Is that going to be enough? They kick Ace down onto the low ground. Step has been finished off. However, another Arena comes down and another 0 heroes caught inside of it. And meanwhile, it's No-Tail on the side, just being bullied by these 2 supports. And where's the Drow? There she is from the secret shop. Takes down No-Tail with a couple of arrows. Jibbe, he's indeed, but that's because Chessie's along with him. They've got the Chikira under the tower. Misery, meanwhile, dying to Mid1 of the backlines, but that's going to be the only casualty inside of 5 men, I believe, as Sax gets finished off as well. It looks like Sox is going to be heading into the grave just about as quickly. The only survivor of this fight is going to be the Jug, and he's just going to try and hit some creeps in the middle lane, but this is looking like game 2 might be going the way of 5 men, Theben. Healing ward out. Mid1 just kind of chilling on the front lines, and they make the jump onto Seb. Seb, of course, being actually used up as the Arena comes down. Maybe they can go for the Black Hole onto the Void Spirit here, but no, the Ice Path stolen once again and used immediately to hold back the side of OG. Meanwhile, No-Tail's in very deep once more. That Blade Mail not doing him much good as he gets finished off, and Mid1's also in the similar situation, going for the TP spin out in the front of everybody because he's been ruptured up, but now the team's left for dead. Chessie jumps in, gets a silence onto 2. Saxon's going to get himself ripped down. Yules comes out, but they will take down the dragon, and now goes Saxer as well. 2 heroes take them to the grave along with No-Tail, makes it 3. 5 men aren't even struggling. They're not breaking a sweat when they murder these OG heroes. It's kind of sad. And now they're looking towards the Enigma, and he's going to get ice popped up as well. Comboed on down. Chessie going godlike with a double kill, and they're looking towards Mid1 as well. Mid1 will most surely be losing his life, and this is probably going to be game. There it goes. The GG's come out. Game number 2. It goes to 5 men, and we will be going to a 3rd game. They dug deep and they found it, Steve, and they realized that the fighting spirit was inside them all along. On the clockwork. So this is going to be that classic Mag Lina lane. Well, remember that one from TI when you empower up your Lina and then creeps.
Oh, Pai's just going to go die. Level 1 here. He just used all of his mana, the shields and everything. And then now he's just going to go suicide and come back bottom with a healing salve. and bring
Ooh,
Wraith
might even
Band
get
for
a
the
courier in the
Warlord.
process. Let's see.
Oh,
one
that's
more hit.
amazing. That's actually
Nice,
so
that's
good.
so value. Oh my goodness.
He's got some extra gold, you know. He's gonna
Oh,
buy
meanwhile,
himself
though,
a
up at the
mango
top
too.
lane, they're going to lose the Abaddon. Oh, no, sorry, that's the Abaddon going down. My bad. Nothing happening in the top lane.
Brawling going on. They're just trying to trade farm. Jibei knows it's a very scary lane. If he gets too close to the Monkey King and he gets a lot of stacks on him, the Clockwork might commit. Oh, no tail. Who's gonna get the rune?
Oh, there's the first
my
blood kind.
God.
Jesus, look at the damage
That
coming
damage.
out.
Triangle yet. It's a lot of heroes here mid for 5 men.
There
They
is.
really want to commit to this tower, especially with Paladai's level 3 shield.
Yep, happy to tank it up. Meanwhile, Rupture actually getting used on to Seb here, meaning
okay.
that he can't really get in and drop an RP. Pylite die though, he's going to get it cleaned up by Sector. They are going to get the return kill onto the Clockwork, it looks like. Meanwhile, Chessie trying to run himself out, Seb jumping in, he's got the RP, landed onto 2. The follow-up damage, however, is just not there. Sector does land an LSA, but only landing onto the Rubik. It's No Tail TPs himself into this one. There's Reed just trying to run himself out of this fight and should be successful in doing so. And it looks like that's going to be it. Although I say that, mid one jumping forwards onto Jibei. Mid-3 does get brought down by No Tail. He has got the nukes, and now mid one trying to run down the Bloodseeker. Needs a few more right clicks, dodges out the blood right clicks are in, and the Bloodseeker is down as well. 2 heroes on the side of 5 men, and all it costs them is a Clockwork.
In terms of their ability to play the late game.
In they go on to Pylai. Now this time he does have the borrowed time, however, I don't think he's going to be surviving this one regardless. So they're actually going for the hook shot onto Misery, and the backline's a great catch from Sox here. Let's see if the team can follow up. I think they're here, and they will bring him down. No Tail with the nukes. Drops down 2, gets himself a double kill, and now the middle lane tower belongs to OG. Big step forward for them. This is going to open up the map and allow them to play much more aggressively onto the side of 5 men.
Finding that extra +1 there. And now they're just going to make their way to the next heroes. Here we go. The OG gameplay kicking in. They're going to keep on running back and forth between these 2 jungles.
Yep, and now they land with the bound strike. He makes a remnant across.
Oh, got
they
him.
catch him straight onto him with a skewer like a magnet. And now they find him with a Fortune's End. Get on top of him. Goodbye, Chessie. Saxter says good night with the Laguna Blade. Wowzers. That is some high-tempo gameplay. You know,
Ace now. He's
oh
next.
no, not another
There's a
one.
hook shot.
Surely not another
Oh, he
one.
missed the
Sock's
hook,
a
though.
little bit off the mark, but he's still going to be able to land the cogs regardless. In they go, trapping him inside. What can he do? Trying to get himself out of this one. Ace, the Jingu strikes are adding up. Highlight guy here to help him out. He's actually going to drop the ultimate and turn around to Sox. Sox the one who dies. Then one could he be in some trouble as well. He's going to get ruptured up. He has to stand his ground. He's got no choice, but Ace on top of him. And now Seb comes in, skewers them away from his carry. Says, get off mid one. He's mine, but it's looking like it's going to be mid one dying all the same. And he does get finished off by an LSA from mid-3. Meanwhile, the Saxer down the river. Oh, Ace is still hungry for it. I mean, he's got his team behind him. Misery, but you gotta be careful. Oh, wasn't careful enough. He gets killed off.
that
And Ace actually
damage.
gets in trouble. He doesn't have an ultimate. He's just gonna get killed off by No Tail. They do not respect the Oracle. That is their downfall. And now they're gonna lose their carry because of it. I feel like they're playing into this and they're not acting as if the Oracle's a core. Pretty good answer.
Oh, there's a smoke. They're going to run into the wards of...
Look at this, just diving into them immediately. Strike onto 2, in comes the ultimate. The Wukong's command coming on down, splitting up the fight. Highlight just got to walk through it as if Rupture actually throws Ice back into it with the skewer. Ace in the middle of everything, just popping down the ultimate, chopping away at the Monkey King, but it doesn't make a difference. Ace and Pylai both fall. They lose nobody on the side of OG as mid one gets on top of Misery, and that's going to make it a double kill. 3 heroes, no dead on the side of 5 men, and they just about catch him out with the tip of the bound to strike. They're going to keep on going here. Mid one, he's got himself that jump up to the trees. Tree dancing his way across. Jibei running, desperately running away. Go, my child, but his speed is running out, and with it, his life may be going with it. Can they finish the job? Oh, he gets away. Will they find it? I mean, they're just more than happy to keep on plowing their heads into this area of the map, and the hook shot. Oh no, that is perfect. Both the cores caught out inside of it to simply get Jesse out, but Ace is stuck inside. However, he's doing a good amount of damage to Sock, but nice RP from Magnus lands onto 3 in the back. Mid one trying to follow up with the Wukong's command as Jesse dies in the back lines. Meanwhile, the Eels comes down onto mid one, holding him back for a little bit longer, but they're still going to be able to take down Seb. Now into the front, they'll take out Ace regardless. There's no saving that Troll Warlord. He's stuck and killed. Seb does die for his efforts, but still a marvelous hook shot in from Sox, a marvelous RP from Seb. Remnant's going to connect. Silence is out as well, but a hookshot comes forwards. This might be the start they're looking for as Chessie's going to get targeted, but Sox just trying to back himself away. Meanwhile, the Blood Ride's actually going to connect onto 2. Not bad. However, it's not really resulting in anything either. There's still Ace up in the top lane, though. That Troll Warlord looking to put some pressure on a tier 3 by himself, so they need to go deep. But the Yule's actually going to cancel out the skewer, saving Misery's life. And now Misery going to steal that skewer for himself. Not quite sure what he can do with that one. Maybe get some nearer than the fountain at this point. But the barracks are falling. Monkey King, he knows exactly what he needs to do, and that is to focus on these barracks. Meanwhile, lift up onto Lena, but they're just coming in on this one, and this is going to be Misery. He gets caught out. He's going to be the first death. The RP onto 3 again. Skewering 2 of them back through the Wukong's command. Where did they go? Chessie and Jibby just eliminated from existence. The buybacks are coming through
Top
thick and fast. Mid one already TPing back.
They cancel the TP.
They're
going to get the top
cancel
racks
it.
here.
Mid one is actually having to stay as Ace chops through a single lane of barracks all by himself. Now there are tier 2s up, so we won't be able to get any more than this, but 5 men might not be that disappointed about this trade so far. However, can they get back and defend? The Troll Warlord has returned to the fight. He has a Bastion now as well. Sox waiting on the sidelines, now goes in onto the Bloodseeker. 2-man Cogs coming out, catches out the Bloodseeker inside of them, but he's getting taken down pretty quickly here on Sox. But Jimmy's got to go down as well. Mid one does so much damage. Meanwhile, the lift up onto the Magnus going to stop him getting up that skewer once again. Now the ultimate gets chopped from Troll just in time. However, he's stuck on a target who's been false promise, so he's just wasting his time. Finally gets out of it, and he's dead. Mid one chops him up. No buyback on this Troll Warlord. Mid one is just doing it all by himself, and he's gonna get the rampage. Mid one does it. Oh, and so deserved as well. A spectacular Monkey King performance from him. The aggro into the MKB, and the Monkey is just absolutely doing it all over 5 men. This is feeling like a bitter end for them. They don't want to call it. They're staring in disbelief as OG tear through their buildings, but there is nothing left in the tank for them, and now it will be forced out of their cold, dead lips, those 2 letters. GG, well played, and good luck, says Chessie. Game number 3 goes to OG. They'll make it through the lower bracket and continue their run here at the OGA Dota pit. Meanwhile, unfortunately, 5 men will be cut out of the tournament. They're going to be knocked out.